And welcome to the pre-Thanksgiving groomers of today, I guess. First of all, anybody who is listening, I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. I am not a fan of Thanksgiving because I don't get to eat what I want to eat. One, I don't like turkey, okay? It's a disgusting animal. Two, I'm never allowed to go to Ruth's Chris, which is open on Thanksgiving, and I feel like they're open just for me. But no, I can't go. I've got to do this family thing, which I'm like, look, why don't we just see them, like we normally do on like any other, I don't know, Friday or Tuesday or something awful. Anyway, so turkey and gosh, I don't even really care for all the sides. I realized the more I put thought into it, it's like green bean casserole is like mush. It's just like every side item, like a home cooked side item, is really just mush. Matter of fact, this whole thing ought to be just me going off about Thanksgiving instead of the latest on the John Gruden rumors. But it's just, I don't know. I don't like, I'll tell you what I do like. I do like the rolls. That's about it. It is, I don't like the dessert. I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like, let's see here, what else do you have? Pecan pie will be served. Don't like pecan pie. See here, don't like turkey. I don't like ham. I like my meat from the kosher side of the pig. The front, I like barbecue, obviously. Let's see, don't like sweet potatoes. Oh my gosh, what is that sweet potato thing with the burnt marshmallows on it? I mean, that's just, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. Nothing about it's good. But anyway, Thanksgiving has a very long history in our country. See here. I'm looking right now at the Thanksgiving Proclamation by George Washington, given on October 3rd, 1789. That tells you anything about it. Thanksgiving was not your your festival that they tell you about in elementary school. It was not about us giving thanks to the Indians. I really would like to see what the real story was there, because it's like the Pilgrims get off the boat and they love the Indians, it seems like, and then happily ever after, followed by the next day they just go out and kill them all. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. There's a one, meet the Indians, 2, question mark, 3, kill them all. So whatever number 2 is there, it wasn't taught in elementary school. At least mine, it wasn't. But anyway, it's Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims. I'm doing this off memory, so forgive me if I get anything wrong. But the Pilgrims came over. They had actually overthrown the King of England. For a while, and if I remember all this, I hate European history, so that's why I'm always foggy about it. They overthrew the king. They instilled their own government, which was a Puritan government. It was basically socialism. It did not go well. Everything about it was bad. We've got a ladybug in here. That's awesome. Oops, she took off. Anyway, so they kind of gave the power back to the king and just said, look, we can't do it. We can't do it. We suck. We're out of here. Do you mind if we go to this place we heard about? Now, it's also something else funny is of all the history, and I love history and stuff, you never really hear about how America gets discovered. It's like Eric the Red, the Viking. Was it Americus, supposedly the sailor? Of course, you had Christopher Columbus, but it was like, what happened from like Christopher Columbus to the time that that people decide we're going to go over there and we're going to settle permanently. Before, it's just like, hey, we're going to go over there, grab some stuff, I don't know, work on our tans. The Spanish, I guess, were the original snowbirds. Went to the Caribbean for a while, come back. I don't know. But still, so you get off the boat and you just imagine, and this is what the whole country is based off of. It's just amazing. You're taking that first step, and at the time, all of the forest were virgin forest. So the trees, if you ever had the opportunity to go to virgin forest, it's absolutely unbelievable. The Smokies still have some. You have to hike to them, to the very ridge tops. And you start seeing these trees that are, hundreds of years old. And it's amazing how big they are. It really is unbelievable. And if you've ever seen a replica of the Mayflower, those guys, she's mad I'm not talking about Gruden. Hey, anyway, so Denver. Anybody want a coon dog for Thanksgiving? They came in, just imagine that first line. Denver, hey, come here. You're wagging your tail. You're doing this on purpose. I know. Just like her mama. Mouthy, hard-headed, and cute. So, if you've ever been camping, still you got flashlights, you got the campfire and all that other stuff. These guys, they came over. They were in 1600s. They weren't as big and tall as we are now. I know it sounds weird, but it's like like the average height. We're like a foot taller nowadays. And to me, it just seems so big because it's like you got these little fellas. It's like Willy Wonka chocolate factory there coming out, and the Oompa Loompas. And you had the huge trees, this huge forest coming straight right onto the Atlantic Ocean. And you're looking around, it's like, man, I forgot to bring some ammo. I don't know how I'm going to hunt. Well, it's not like you can just go down to Walmart and get some. It's just everything you had to improvise. I don't know. I don't know what type of saws they had. You assume they had axes. They had to chop down huge trees to make housing. I'm sure at first they lived in tents, and then all of a sudden you had Indians, and they're Indians. At the time, they're not the Disney Indian you get now. They were called savages for a reason. They didn't wear clothes, They didn't have awesome Trump shirts. They didn't have the Nikes. They didn't have, war paint on them. So a lot of it was like, mud and blood of animals and stuff like that. They hadn't invented the wheel. They spoke a language nobody else spoke. They danced and ran, gosh, they were barefoot, it was, it's like that missing link, I guess, is what I kind of imagine it had to be like for the Pilgrims. And it's scary. And then you have, of course, they came out and decided that all women were witches too while they were there. It's absolutely amazing that not only they made it through the first year, they made it through the first harvest, but they were able, after all of it, their faith had only gotten stronger, and they gave praise to God at the once for their bountiful harvest. It was probably their last meal they knew they were going to have. That was, everybody came together and prepared for before a long, hard winter. A lot of people didn't make it to the spring. You remember the good times you had, and you also, some of these people, you're leaving thinking, God, I hope I see him again. Billy over there, he didn't, I don't know, he didn't tan enough hides. I don't know if he's going to have enough blankets. It's especially their first year, they had no idea what the weather is going to be. Their man-made climate change was moving from Europe to America, and then it was just the faith of God. God had to protect them. There's no way around it. It's these people had nerve and fortitude unlike anything we have today. Today, I mean, these are the people that would make our special forces in the military look pathetic and weak. It's truly amazing. If everybody could strive to have that type of faith and go to spirits of it, really, I don't know. It's limitless what people can do. But yeah, the first Thanksgiving really is amazing. It's something that we all should look into, studies more. I don't have it. I first started ever thinking about it was that every year Rush Limbaugh tells the story of the first Thanksgiving. And then he also reads George Washington's Thanksgiving Proclamation. It's just tradition for him, and it's become a tradition to me to listen to it every year. I can't remember Thanksgiving where I've missed it. So if you ever get a chance to, those are definitely things I'd check out, is Rush Limbaugh's first Thanksgiving. But here's to hoping that everybody gets to where they're going safe. For some reason, the big talk on talk radio recently, like how to deal with that crazy uncle, that brings up politics at the Thanksgiving table. Dude, it's not about that. These people, you've got people that are traveling across the country to get back home. Gosh, we could do a whole thing on best Thanksgiving movies. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Dutch. Let's see here. Gosh, I can't think right now off the top of my head. You can tell what I was going through last night. I love those two. Dutch is really good. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That one's it's classic. But it's the start of the season. It's the start of the Christmas season. And this is, I don't know, for people that do enjoy the meal, do enjoy stuffing or dressing, depends on which one you like. I hope you have a great one. We all miss Grandma's turkey, I guess, and just the pain and the struggle and the agony that is Thanksgiving. That's what makes it memorable, and that's what makes you who you are and defines you as a person. So I just hope everybody has a very happy Thanksgiving, mainly a safe Thanksgiving. Liquor stores are closed tomorrow. So make sure Aunt Bethany already has hers stocked. And other than that, it's a good time to take up smoking, so you can get out of the house. Oh, look, Thanksgiving tomorrow. It just popped up on my calendar. So you can get out of the house when you need to. It's always good if you're the one frying the turkey. And other than that, just be humble and have a safe one. Be sure to thank God, thank your Creator, and hope you all have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Remember, the sales start Friday. Actually, they start tomorrow. Some of them are going on right now. And 12:01 a.m., I'll be on the computer. Y'all, peace. Happy Thanksgiving.